Hi, this is Dale with Gecko University. Thanks for joining us. I want to talk with a preface about truck inventory, organization, and why we do it. On the surface, it may seem pretty simple. We got to have product for the customer, fulfill their needs, restock our truck, and move on. I think it goes a lot more in depth than that, and I want to explain the reason I do what I do. And I've there's many reasons. The biggest one, I think, is because this is my profession. This is what I enjoy. I enjoy showing up to the customer, having the right product, making their experience 100%. And I know I've done my job well when my last customer sends me my next. Not a cliche. And I think if you take that to heart and the organization of your truck resembles what I just said, you'll do better. So I've trained a lot of people. I've had the opportunity and the privilege to hire a good many people and train them, see them through the process, through the successes, through their struggles, and sometimes through their departures. And there's one thing that always sets everyone aside, that the top people, the professionals, and the guys that are doing just here for a job. And it's really under their inventory and their outlook on what they do and why they leave their home in the morning and come and spend 8 hours here. The best people typically, not always, but typically have the most organized truck. They know what's on their truck because it's always fresh in their mind. They're never digging for things. And I would say, no matter, as a manager, no matter how many times I had to go out and put the manager hat on and check guys' trucks, 80% of them were just, lack of a better word, an organizational disaster. They didn't know what they had. They were insufficiently stocked. Um, Again, I just can't emphasize it enough. Top performers, truck is stocked. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. The guys who struggled constantly calling me up, I'm out of this, I'm out of that, what do I do? So um, let's dig into that a little bit more. So I don't know what your purpose is for watching these. Perhaps your entry level. Perhaps you're looking to amp the game up with your guys a little better, look for some better ways to do things. Let's address inventory. So you can't reorder or know what's on your truck unless you know what's there. So when it comes time to inventorying, if you're in the management position or owner and you want to know what's on everyone's truck, it would help yourself, and you can help your guys by having them help you with an organized truck. You can go, they're all the same. It really shouldn't take you more than 5 or 10 minutes to inventory a truck if it's organized. You know where the bearings are, the drums, the cables, and all the necessary items that we need to fulfill the job when we show up. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you how we do that. What do we keep where? Again, we want to keep springs watertight, not where they can get wet. Especially the black tempered springs, they'll rust, especially in a lot of the climates that you fellas are in. Electronics, you should not keep them in the side boxes. I know some markets, some locations do. Those that I've had experience to go and look at other markets, they keep them there, and typically the box is pretty beat up. It can be a poor presentation for the customer, and then a lot of times the electronics are just damaged. So I would recommend keeping those in the cab for sure. It's a no-brainer for most. It might work for you, but I'd keep them in the cab for sure. Um, one of the Another reason for having good organization, time and time again, I would post a results board following sales for all technicians, and I may have 20 guys up there. The top guys consistently are the ones that complete the job and don't move on until that one's done, for many reasons. The customer has no reason to call someone else. You made an oath to them, a promise. We fulfilled it. We had all the product on the truck. We got it done. That's our tempo. It's not, I got to come back tomorrow because I don't have this or that. And I'm not talking about a residential truck doing a 14 high or a high lift or something like that, but standard jobs that we run into every day. That may be you. So hopefully the organization method I use will help you overcome that. Again, time and time again, it's the one thing I have not seen any falter on, is top guys always get the job done. They don't have what's called a miscellaneous install or an extended job or whatever the nomenclature that you use in your market. They're there, it's done, it's on the truck. They treat it as their own personal business, and I encourage you to think that way as well. Um, Another one, customer confidence. When you show up at that cab on the curb with your truck, they're watching you. Don't think they're not. You get out and your truck, you got cans falling out or trash, and the truck has not been washed in a while, or you've got 5 openers up there, cords dangling everywhere. Be organized. And how many times are you with a customer? They come out, they're mowing the lawn or whatever, they greet you on the street, and you're talking, or you want to do show and tell. Ma'am, this is our extended life spring. Let me show you what it looks like compared to a regular spring. If you go over to your truck and you pull out a spring and you can't find what you're looking for, or your truck is a mess, you know what I'm talking about. No need to beat it to death. Trust me, been doing this a long time. People buy confidence. They want it done right. That's why they called you. Your truck being organized, you knowing what you are talking about, going to that product you're talking about and showing it and displaying it without skipping a beat will win you more than anything else. Don't forget that. Another kind of an offside to that, but we all drive half-ton pickups. Most of us do. So that's what this is going to example in our following subset. So I've perhaps ordered, outfitted, and done 30, 40 trucks, and I've seen what works, what doesn't. So works for me, at least in our market. Some of you have vans. I'm envious. That's a lot of room. So us guys with trucks, we've got to be super, super smart about it. One thing I want to emphasize is weight. This is a half-ton truck. By the time we put boxes on here, a rack, inventory, our tools, our body, we're about overloaded. And we're working more than the half-ton was made to be. I can't emphasize enough, keep as little weight on your truck as you can. You don't need 5, 10, 20 sets of dead springs from past jobs. Get them off. That is cumulative damage to the rear end, to your tires, to your brakes. It's a half-ton. It's not a 1-ton. So if that's the case with you, I can't tell you how many transmissions and other things, wear items that I've seen go out prematurely because of just too much weight. So be aware of that. That's all I've got for that. We're going to move on, and I'll go into a little more depth on why I stock, what I do, where I do, and I hope you get a lot out of this.